alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race is mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I'll put them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Sire scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of the server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Burning and pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires scream, sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. TV. falling and legends break through. Let foot TV feel the ground ignite through the smoke and fire into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies. Let foot TV feel the ground ignite through the smoke and fire into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. Let me wait for this, pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every left's a war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roared. Hawaiian drive, that's what it's for. From the Sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends can be. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts bound, hear the countdown scream. You're strapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On the foot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
Screens lit up, the grid's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I've run them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Tires scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race is mine tonight. No resets, no.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the season opener of the GARS Pro Cup Series. I'm your lead announcer, Mr. Emmett Crow. I got my good buddy, Mr. Colton Bronner, with me to be my co-announcer. And our producer this time is Mr. Landon Brown. Colton, what are you expecting tonight?
I'll tell you what, glad to be here. Glad to be next to you in the booth here. Glad to have Landon producing. I will say this track is quite bumpy here, but the cars seem to be handling real good. So I think we're going to see some single file racing, and these guys just spreading out a little bit and just trying to do the best they can to make a pass here.
Yes, definitely. It's going to be a great race. Looking at we just want to add some stuff. Think about the past season champions. Season 1 in the super late models was Larson Parker. Season 2 in the late model stocks was Heath Rutherford. And then the 2025 Holiday Brawl came down to a tiebreaker between our good buddy and our producer, Mr. Landon Brown, and Cliff Mullins. Cliff Mullins won the tiebreaker due to laps led. And the first annual Cactus Classic winner was none other than Mr. Tristan Trantham. As it looks like we're about to go green. Let me see. Yeah, here we go, folks. And the green flag is underway, and so is the Season 3 of the GARS Pro Cup Series. As we see Hobart taking the lead away. And it looks like somebody's getting a push as they're coming to you, Colton.
Yeah, as we see here, coming into turn 2, coming down the backstretch as we're just exiting turn 2. We got Hobart still in the lead, getting pushed there by none other than our buddy Chris Golden, running up front there, taking it down into turn 3. Travis Lepanis taking it out for the lead with the 44 pushing right behind him of Cliff Mullins.
Yeah, as we take a look right here, Travis Lepanis, the Canadian driver, goes to the front as he gets a push from the Holiday Brawl champion, Mr. Cliff Mullins. But look at Hobart get a big shot from Mr. Chris Golden from Elk City, Oklahoma, as they come down the front stretch into turn number 1. It's going to be Lepanis with the lead as he gets the push from Mullins as they're coming to you, Colton.
I will say, take a look at that outside line, trying to make the push, get the faster run. But here comes the inside down the backstretch as we have Hobart and Chris Golden just locked in together coming into turn 3.
Coming into 3 now, here comes Lepanis. Lepanis, they're 2 by 2, just like Noah's Ark through the field. Larson Parker makes a move. He'll shoot down to the inside behind Golden. Now Golden trying to get the push coming from the 18, and the 18 backs up to the Trash Panda, Rocket City Trash Panda machine of Heath Rutherford, as now we see Golden trying to get that push to Hobart as they're trying to get organized up top, but 3 beats 2 every time, Colton.
I will say, coming out of turn 2, heading down the backstretch, Hobart pulling back out to the lead with Lepanis above him, just trying to stay there next to him, grabbing the lead, coming back out as these guys are just running double file here, pulling the draft and trying to push as they come into turn 3.
Yeah, this is a 700 horsepower fixed setup from these cars. As you see how bumpy this track is, this is the good old-fashioned 2008 Daytona, and it's a great race so far. As we see Cliff Mullins shoot to the inside, trying to take a lead away from Lepanis. Here we go, Mullins to the lead for just a moment. Oh, man, I think we got a wreck in the back. Yeah, so that will be our first caution of the day, and our Jordan Corrin Racing yellow flag, caution flag waves for the first time on lap number 4. And we'll have to take a look and see what happened right here.
Yeah, I'm looking here, and here in race control, they are putting it on the 34 of Trippy Winkler, just getting into the back of Larson Parker there and sending him for a ride, cutting the grass through the infield. So that will bring out your caution here tonight.
Yeah, and Trippy Winkler, just want to add, worked for his family-owned USAR Hooters Pro Cup team during his career. Great to see that. Good old-fashioned Hooters Pro Cup, as we see a little side-by-side action with the 29. The Jeff Burton throwback Holiday Inn scheme. Oh, man, a little tempers flaring early on, as Larson Parker was upset about something from the 29. The 29 of, let's see, who is that?
Emmett, just so you know, we do have a little bit of an issue with numbers here tonight, as it would be the 34 car of Trippy Winkler is the 29. He tried backing out to get his number fixed, but since he had already registered for the event tonight, it did not allow him to change his car. So he will have that fixed for the next race.
All right, so Trippy Winkler is the cause, I believe, as we take a look. Looks like Larson, as we take a look at Cliff Mullins, your leader. Throwing it back to the old Adam Petty / Kyle Petty scheme. I love it. Running the Pontiac Grand Prix, as we saw him do in the Holiday Brawl, which you can go back, and if you want to watch that series, you can right here on Leadfoot TV. But all right, that's going to bring out our first caution of the day. It's going to come out on lap 4 as we work lap 5. There's no stages. All yellows will be due to natural causes. We want to give you a little info about these Arca Menards Gen 4 cars. They have a 105-inch wheelbase, negative 105-inch wheelbase. They have 700 horsepower. It's a 4-speed. It's got a big spring suspension with rear truck arms. It's also, but this series will be half of the ARCA, half USAR Pro Cup tracks. So that's kind of a good thing, you know, seeing these old Hooter Pro Cup series tracks. Colton, did you ever get to see the Hooters Pro Cup when they were on speed?
No, unfortunately, that is one thing I have not gotten to see.
It's definitely something to see. And, you know, our good buddy, from FWM, Mr. Daniel Mindfoot Jones, actually worked on Chad McCumbie's team, his Hooters Pro Cup team, always telling us about stuff. But, yeah, so this race is scheduled for 60 laps, 150 miles. The pit window for fuel will be between 45 to 50 laps. There's no fast repairs. Single file restarts, so going throwback with that. And we have up to 3 attempts at a green-white checker. Brandon V's in the 65 Goodwrench machine. Currently running 4th right now. Chris Golden, the Golden Boy from Elk City, Oklahoma, currently running 5th in the Hose for Heroes. Heroes for Hose, Chevrolet. As now we see Tristan Trantham. Your Cactus Classic, hold on a second. Your Cactus Classic winner, Mr. Tristan Trantham. And look at that, Chris Norris rocking the Greg Biffle throwback from Razor Motorsports. Heath Rutherford in the Rocket City Trash Pandas machine. And look at the 60, rocking the old Carl Edwards throwback. I believe that's the one that when he won the championship. If I remember right, when he won his O'Reilly Auto Parts Championship, as the Leadfoot TV green flag back underway here at Daytona. And right off the bat, great launch by Cliff Mullins. He's got Travis Lepanis right behind him. Lepanis doing a great job. You know, Lepanis, Colton, he's a dirt driver, but doing really good here at Daytona.
Yeah, I will say, as we saw Lepanis running that Holiday Brawl there, coming in here to this series, looking real good out there running asphalt, as we got your 25 Holiday Brawl winner of Cliff Mullins taking the lead. But here comes Lepanis taking the run out as they come into turn 3.
Lepanis, the Canadian, shoots out front here at Daytona early on. He's got help from the 65 of Brandon V's. V's trying to get Lepanis a big push, as now they're almost 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Golden. He's working on the bottom with Mullins as they're 2 by 2 as they hit the line. Going down the front stretch, coming into 1. It's anybody who's going to be the leader. It's going to be Mullins as they come to you, Colton.
These guys are definitely putting it on each other. And we got another caution flag presented to you and sponsored by Jordan Corrin Racing.
Yeah, and there was some car that went up and over another car, as the second Jordan Corrin yellow flag is going to fly for the second time today on lap number 8. Have to take a look and see what happened right here, as it looks like, let's see right here. Hard lick right there, and can't tell who that was that went up and over, but a lot of several drivers involved in that wreck.
I'm trying to take a look here.
Oh my gosh. Violent wreck. Of course, we're used to them here at Daytona, especially in the Gen 4 car. These cars do get airborne, folks. It will get airborne for sure.
Yeah, hearing race control here, Emmett, I'm hearing that the number 60 car of Logan McNitt, and I'm checking back at the replay, just got into the back of the 00 of Rob Donaldson, getting him loose, sending him a little bit sideways down on the apron, coming back up into the field of cars and just taking some cars for a wild ride. As we see, I believe it is the number 11 of Stephen Gary just taking a wild ride there.
Yeah, and right now, I just want to add Logan McNitt, a longtime super late model mechanic out of Colorado running in this series. And then we're looking also Dale Trantham Jr., the father of Tristan Trantham, late model sportsman competitor out of Colorado, multiple time feature winner. And Tristan Trantham, son of Dale Jr., is building limited late models to race at Florence Speedway in 2026. So that's pretty awesome to hear. Tristan Trantham will be at Florence. As Cliff Mullins, once again, your Holiday Brawl champion. And also ran a double duty this week, as he was at USA, Colton, for the Leadfoot Late Model Series opener in the American division.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a great series, really working out well over there. I was watching the broadcast the other night. Looking like a great show over there with Leadfoot.
Yeah, definitely a great show. Of course, our good buddy, Mr. Wesley Outland, the official voice of the Leadfoot Late Model Series. Got to tag along and be in the booth with him. Looking forward to next Sunday, as we'll be headed to, I believe we're headed to Five Flags, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at that to make, have to ask our producer, Mr. Landon Brown, if that is true. That is right. It is Lanier. Excuse me, folks. My apologies. Lanier. I was thinking, there's so many leagues, you know, that are involved both on Leadfoot and with FWM, and I was thinking of FWM. But anyways, all right, back to here at Daytona for the GARS Super Pro Cup Series. GARS Pro Cup Series. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This is round number 1. And let's see if we can get you that schedule. Let's see real quick. Trying to look. Here it is right here. So they'll start at Daytona, and then they're heading to Lanier, the next race. And then they're headed to the Legacy Phoenix Road Course at Phoenix International Raceway. Then they're headed Auto Club. Once again, I do want to add, this is the first of 4 Crown Jewel races with Daytona, Auto Club, Rockingham, and Atlanta. And if this gets to a tiebreaker, it will go to the one who scores the most points during the Crown Jewel races. So this is very important, Colton, as we're headed, getting ready for this season, to keep in mind that if it does come down to a tiebreaker, whoever scores the most points in these 4 races will be your champion.
Yeah, speaking on that real quick here, Emmett, I just want to let everybody know here, I won't be here every week in the booth. There are going to be a couple races that I'm actually jumping in the car, teaming up with Chris Golden here for Golden Racing.
Yeah, and while we're under caution, I'm going to ask our lovely producer, Mr. Landon Brown, if we could show the back, because Mr. Angry Chef Racing 132 wants to see the back of Chris Golden's car. So let's see if we can get that brought up just real quick. There it is right there. As you can see, our good buddy, Mr. Tracy Brown, along with Landon Brown, and Mr. Angry Chef, a.k.a. Hunter Carlson, was the creator of that beautiful paint scheme. But all right, here we go, folks. As we're getting ready to go green this time, lights are out on the pace car. There's the 32 of Jordan Corrin from Jordan Corrin Racing, who also sponsors, big sponsor in the series, big sponsor for our caution flag. I don't think that'll be the first time we hear that name tonight, Colton.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm sure we'll hear that name a couple times here tonight, maybe more than they really want to with these caution flags.
All right, so pace car hits pit road. Here we go. The green flag, sponsored by Leadfoot TV, is back underway here at Daytona. And Cliff Mullins making good work of the single file restarts, taking advantage of it. Lapinus right there on the back bumper. It'll take them a little bit to get up to speed. But right now, Colton, we're seeing some. They're starting to spread out as they come to you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, these guys, Emmett, you know, I said in the beginning, I thought we would see some single file racing here, but these guys are actually running the top side, the inside, and they're just trying to make work of this track and the draft here. As these guys, look at Chris Golden giving Cliff Mullins a push down the backstretch coming into turn 3 as they come over to you.
Yeah, as we see right here, Cliff Mullins able to keep the lead, but there's 2x2 back there. Oh, man, Chris Norris. Heath Rutherford got pushed below the yellow line, just a little bit of contact. Nothing too dangerous, nothing too violent, nothing intentional. As now we go down into turn number 1. It's going to be Lapinus getting a big push from Parker as they come back to you, Colton.
As we come back on lap 13 here, out of 60 tonight, these guys are just moving all over the place, switching between the inside, outside, as we have Travis Lapinus pushing out in the lead, but keeping a close eye of the 18 of Larson Parker. He's right behind him, going to try and make that pass for the lead.
Yeah, and we see Chris Norris up there, the lone duck on the pond, up on the high side, as now Parker has put Lapinus in front of Mullins, and they're single file on the bottom. Here comes Mullins to the outside. If he can just get some help, Jordan Corrin goes up and over, and that's going to bring out our Jordan Corrin Racing caution flag for the 3rd time tonight, happening on lap 14. Man, we'll have to take a look, Colton, what happened right there, but I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, and this might not look as bad as I thought it did. Take a look right here and see what happened. Oh, he just got just a little bit of too much bump drafting right there, and that was the cause of it. Logan McNitt also involved. But Brandon V's, I believe he was involved maybe, or he might have avoided it. But Colton, just, wouldn't you agree that's just bump drafting at the wrong time?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll agree with that. I know Golden was talking earlier. You can't really bump draft too much with these cars, depending on where you're at. So pretty good bump draft move there, just causing an unfortunate event for Jordan Corn.
Yeah, tough break for Jordan Corn. He was doing great right there, but just got just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Just a little bit of that's what it takes, Colton, with these Gen 4 cars, and that's what was so crazy when they used to run these. Just a little bit of contact, both in the ARCA and Cup Series. The little contact that you take could send you around, or at these big plate tracks would send you up and over.
Yeah, for sure. I don't have too much experience with these cars as I have just recently purchased them here on iRacing. I did a little bit of a test session with it. Still got
Oh
to get the
man.
hang of it. So we're going to see how that's going to end up with me jumping in the car. But definitely something neat to get used to.
Yeah, and we see some other guys involved. Tristan Trantham, Logan McNitt, and Brandon V's is the one that just barely got to the corner panel of Jordan Corrin and sent him. He didn't go up and over, but he did get airborne as lap 15 comes about. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're watching the GARS Pro Cup Series only on Leadfoot TV. Back here live at Daytona International Speedway, working lap 17 of the 60 scheduled. But Colton, I think we're going to go past that as we do have 3 attempts at a green-white checker. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it all depends on how these guys play out. We've had a couple cautions here already. Racing a little aggressive here for your season opener, but I'm sure these guys are going to get their bugs worked out. As I know, race control was over there having a talk with them through the race radio. So I think these guys might just calm down a little bit and ride this race out, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. But it's been a great race, especially, I mean, we look at the lead changes. I mean, I wonder what our number is. We got to be probably up in the 20s, wouldn't you believe?
Yeah, I would say we got to have a good amount of lead changes here between a couple cars, as these guys are just running that double file inside and outside, trying to make their pass.
Yeah, so here we go, folks. As the pace car will take that hard left turn. Leave. Never mind. Yep, there it goes. I was about to say, I couldn't see. I thought lights were off. As the Leadfoot TV green flag waving once again, back underway here at Daytona. And Travis Lapinus, it'll take him a little bit to get back up to speed, but Lapinus hanging tough on that outside line. He's got help from Larson Parker, and now it looks like Chris Norris has nobody. Here they come, Colton.
Take a look at them. You know, you got two drivers here, as we know from Fort Wide Motorsports here. Our buddy Chris Golden, the ARCA driver, as we got Chris Norris trying to team up with him and trying to stick with these top three, as these top three are just staying under a blanket as we come back into turn 3 as we return to green flag racing.
Yeah, and the 37 of Roy Sprague up in the wall of the Tide machine. So he'll drop like a rock. Now quickly dropping as Bruce Pearson is going to get the position around him. Dropping all the way back to the top 10 to 10th. He was up there in the top 5. But now Lapine is hanging tough on the inside line as Cliff Mullen is trying to get the outside line to go. But they're not going, as Larson Parker giving Lapinus a shot. To you, Colton.
Yeah, as we take a look here, you got Cliff Mullins up there trying to challenge Lapinus for the lead. And he's got our race sponsor here, Jordan Corrin, who is 2 laps down, just up there trying to make his way back to get a lap back here.
Yeah, and he's actually going to use Corrin to help him try to get to this race lead. And you see it right here, Jordan Corrin actually going to give Mullins a shot right here. Trying to get him right there, as you see Chris Golden, as Chris Norris trying to work with Chris Golden. It's the Chris and Chris show on the bottom. But Lapine is getting a big shot from Parker as they head down into turn number 2.
Yeah, I will say, as we saw in the late model series here, Emmett, we did see Parker just putting on some great shows, running that race there, making some quick moves. But it looks like he's going to put that same pressure on here, as he's giving Lapinus just a challenge to stay up there and hold that lead.
Larson Parker, who was nearly the winner of the Cactus Classic until a late race wreck that gave Tristan Trantham the win. And now we see him giving Lapinus a big shot. Travis Lapinus back out front here at Daytona. Here comes Mullins using the lap car of Jordan Corum to get him a big shot, trying to get him to the race lead.
Yeah, I mean, as we see here, I mean, these guys with the bumps are trying to make the cars stick where they want them. But unfortunately, this track being so bumpy, I know everybody likes this track here, but I will say I give credit to these guys running as bumpy as this track is. They are running very well.
Yeah, you can see those cars just wiggling all together. They're bumping, they're banging, they're beating all over each other. As now we see Larson Parker giving Lapinus a shot. That'll push him out to the lead as we work lap 21 out of 60. Lapinus back out at front as they come into 1, and here comes Parker. Now Parker getting help from Chris Golden. Golden trying to give him a shot as they come out of 2.
These guys are definitely teaming up, trying to run a 3-car train to try and push each other to say, hey, which line's going to work here? We're going to push our way to the front. As you see, Lapinus just falling off a little bit, but getting some help from Larson Parker. And Mullins taking over the lead.
Cliff Mullins puts his number 44 Pontiac back out front. But Jordan Corum, Hobart trying to use him as a pick to get out in front of Cliff Mullins as they hit the line. 23 laps down and 38 to go. As now look at this. Hobart trying to get the advantage using Corum. Hobart gets to second. Hobart trying to get the lead as they come to you, Colton.
Yeah, as I look here, the 59 at Trantham, and you got Parker up there looking back to the late model series. That was the show here, and these guys are back up front trying to challenge each other, but it's looking like Mullins going to lose that lead a little bit as we come into turn 4.
Coming into 4, Carter Croggan has to have a big smile on his face with the show that these boys are putting on for the GARS Pro Cup Series. Here comes Cliff Mullins on the inside. Hobart goes to the lead as he uses the lap car of Corin as Larson Parker goes with Hobart. But look at this, Lapanis trying to get Cliff Mullins out front as they come into 2.
Yeah, checking it out here, Emmett. These guys are definitely making some lead changes between different cars. This is becoming the ultimate show. And Emmett, I cannot call this race of who's going to win it. These guys are just definitely putting it down.
Yeah, definitely putting it down as they come down the backstretch into 3 as we see Corin. Now Mullins using Corin. Corin is just being used as a pick from these drivers, trying to get the advantage, trying to use the draft to get to the lead. As they hit the line this time, as they pass the lap car of Tristan Trantham, they'll hit the line. There'll be 36 laps to go as they work lap number 25 out of 60. Here comes Hobart. He'll shoot out to the lead as they come into 2.
Oh, Emmett, just a little bit of a mess up I believe we both had here. The 59 is Tristan Trantham running up there in second place, and Corin just got past there to go another lap down. So very unfortunate for your yellow flag sponsor here of Jordan Corin.
Yeah, they have the same color car, so that's probably why we got a little mixed up as we see a car blinking in and out. But look at this, Tristan Trantham, your Cactus Classic winner, goes up and around to the wall, collects Lapanis, collects Norris, and several other drivers involved. The big one, not the big one, the small one happens here at Daytona, and that'll bring out our 4th caution of the day. And tough break for Travis Lapanis and Chris Norris. Man, that's going to be hard to come back from.
I will say, Emmett, taking a look back here, poor Chris Golden, teammate here with me in this series, just Chris Norris trying to check up but had nowhere to go, and Chris Golden just taking a look at the ground there.
Now we're going to this, as you see right here, if it looked like what it did, if you're a GARS fan, you automatically go back to the Cactus Classic. But I don't think that was intentional, but it does take you back to the Cactus Classic right there with the late models. Oh man. Yeah, Chris Norris just runs up over in the back of Chris Golden. Tough break for those two. But I think Golden, Colton, might not be as bad as Norris as far as damage-wise.
Yeah, for sure. I looked at Golden's car here. It's only looking like a little bit of front bumper damage, where Norris definitely has some extensive damage to the front end of his car. So that might kind of ruin his run here, as it's not going to be so aerodynamic. But Golden not looking too bad here.
Yeah, Golden not looking too bad, as now we are coming up on our pit window. Well, actually, it's a little bit short, so everybody coming in. And we're going to step away for just a moment. We'll be right back. You're watching the GARS Pro Cup Series only on Leadfoot TV. Back here live at Daytona for the GARS Pro Cup Series, round number 1 race. And we're joined by our in-race reporter, Mr. Jordan Corrin. Jordan, it's been a tough race, but how you going to bounce back from this, man?
Here at Jordan Corrin Racing, we have a large budget for bear bond. We have a ton of extra spark plugs in the pits, and I might be down on power, but my hope is that with the power of hopes and dreams, we can somehow still finish this race. I mean, the aerodynamics are 0. My engine is down on power, but the upside is I don't have the ability to be aggressive, which might actually be really good for me, because I definitely was going for holes that were a little too small to make the moves I was making early, and you know, I definitely paid for it. But yeah, it's super speedway racing, and it's super speedway racing in the Gen 4 era.
Yeah, definitely. Well, good luck to you as we get ready for this second half of this race, and hopefully, maybe if we get a few more cautions, you can get back on the lead lap, and who knows what can happen.
I agree, man. I'll do my best.
All right. That was your in-race reporter, Mr. Jordan Corrin, driver of the number 32 machine. But here we go as we're looking at the 44 machine in the lead in the Leadfoot TV green flag waving back here at Daytona. When they hit the line, there'll be 32 laps to go in this race, as Cliff Mullins will retain the lead as they get up to speed. And look at the Rocket City Trash Pandas machine of Heath Rutherford right up there, along with Brandon V's. Rutherford right on the back bumper as they head to you, Colton.
Yeah, taking a look here, we got the 22 of Bruce Pearson running up in 4th place right now. Just trying to run up there. Chris Golden following on the inside line. Just trying to make these moves to get back up front here after that late incident.
Yeah, definitely. Bruce Pearson from Arvada, Colorado, in the CDR machine, 22 machine, doing a great job right here as he's on the back bumper of Rutherford. Look at the gyro cam right there. Great shot from our producer, Mr. Landon Brown. Just gives you a look at how progressive this banking is and how steep it is, Colton, as they come to you into turn 2.
Yeah, these guys definitely taking a run here with that crazy banking. I would say making it a little tough to get your head set and keep these cars in the straight line with all the bumps in it too. So these guys are definitely going to be testing their skills tonight.
Yeah, as now we see a new front runner coming up, a new car joining the party, and that's going to be Stephen Gary. Stephen Gary in the 11 machine. You can barely make out the number with the fluorescent yellow on that car, but he's putting that number 11 out front as he's getting a big shot from Parker as they come out of 1 into 2.
Yeah, looking like a great run for Stephen Gary here, but take a look after the recent incident. Larson Parker back up to 2nd, putting the pressure on, pulling out to the lead as you got the 65 of V's, and Mullins pushing out to challenge for that lead as they come into turn 3.
Yeah, when they hit turn 3, as they're 3 wide in the back between Rutherford, Gary, and Norris. As they hit the line, will be the halfway point of this race. As we see right here, here comes Brandon V's on the bottom, trying to get a big shot from Mullins, as Larson Parker goes out front. Parker out front, getting a big shot from who else but Logan McNick back up there as they hit into 2.
I will say, Emmett, take a look at this. We got about 5 cars on the inside, 5 cars on the outside, just trying to train with each other and trying to make that train get up to the front there and push on. So these guys are definitely making moves and trying to challenge to get up to that front spot.
Folks, if you're like me and grew up watching the Gen 4 races at Daytona, you're smiling bigger than a kid in a candy store, as this is bringing back some great racing, and it brings back some great memories of watching the Daytona 500, Talladega, any race in the plate series. As here we go, Larson Parker going to be shoved out to the outside. Look at this, Brandon Vees goes out front as he gets a big shot from Mullins headed into 2.
Definitely a lead change up here as Larson Parker, as we've seen, put on a stomping ground in the late models, but he's got Brandon Vees there still challenging with the 60 of Logan McNitt up to 3rd, pushing along with them as we're back into turn 3 here.
Yeah, and Stephen Gary just blinked out just for a second, but Parker staying out front. They're 2x2 for the lead as here comes Mullins giving Vees a big shot, but McNitt gives Parker a bigger shot. Going to keep Parker in the lead. Vees trying to get the draft on the corner panel, trying to get that side draft. Yes, you can side draft in the Gen 4 as they head out of 1 into 2.
Taking a look here as we come out of turn 2, coming down the backstretch. Brandon Vees being able to take that lead, but Larson Parker not letting him keep it as he's going to pull back out to the lead with Logan McNitt pushing him down the backstretch, coming down into turn 3. These guys are just trying everything they've got.
Top to bottom, bottom to top, everywhere just trying to find the advantage as we see Brandon Vees now getting a big shot from Cliff Mullins. This time at the line. Let's see who leads this lap. There's 2 side by side. It will be Brandon Vees. Actually, it's going to be Larson Parker with the lead. So Parker leads that lap as we come to 26 to go as they come out of 1 into 2.
These guys just pushing their way through the field, trying to make those last-minute moves. Even though we're only on lap 35 of 60, these guys are just pushing for everything they got. Take a look there. We got Chris Norris moving back up, trying to make it up front there behind Heath Rutherford, just trying to make a run on that inside lane.
Yeah, looky right there. Brandon Vees will go to the lead as they pass the lap machine of Jordan Coram. And looky here, right here. Here comes the 18 of Larson Parker getting a big shot from McNitt. That'll push Parker to the lead. Parker leads that lap. So Larson Parker goes back out front as Stephen Gary continues to blink in and out. Here they come into 2.
Emmett, I will say, what a race here. The fans at home watching Leadfoot TV here getting quite the show as we're coming down the backstretch. These guys just changing positions left and right as they move inside, outside, like you had said. This is going to be a hard one to call.
Yeah. There they go! A Dale Earnhardt style crash. Oh my gosh! And that'll take out several drivers. The big one, number 2. That time, that was the big one. As that will bring out the Jordan Corn Racing yellow flag for the, let's see, for the 5th time tonight, I believe. I'm sorry, I couldn't see what number that was. But all in all, it happens with 24 laps to go. And once again, our good buddy, Mr. Chris Norris, once again involved. Tough break for the 56 machine, but take a look, Colton. What do you think happened right there?
I'm taking a look back at the replay here, Emmett, and it's looking to me, I'm not sure if it was the bumps on the track, maybe trying to change a lane and just taking it too far. The 18 of Larson Parker coming down into the 65 of Brandon Vees, just sending him straight up into the wall. And a bunch of these cars just having nowhere to go as I see it's collecting the number 60 of McNitt, collected the 86 of Chris Golden. So looking very unfortunate for a couple of drivers here.
Yeah, definitely. And, oh, man, Chris Golden involved, Larson Parker, a lot of good cars involved in this wreck. And that definitely looked, the irony of that being a Goodwrench car in turn 4 even. Oh, my gosh. But definitely a hard crash. So we see several drivers on pit road. Actually, yeah, never mind. He was blinking in and out. Gary was. Logan McNitt on pit road. Cliff Mullins is going to be your leader, followed by Heath Rutherford in second. And it goes Austin Hobart, in third, Fourth is going to be Bruce Pearson. Fifth will be Chris Golden. As Golden looks like, I mean, it looks like the damage looks to be repairable, Colton.
Yeah, I was actually just going to say this might be a perfect time here to bring in another in-race reporter, Chris Golden. I have just sent out a message to race control here to pull him in the booth, so maybe we could get some words while he's taking his pit stop, trying to get his car fixed up here after that incident.
So we'll wait to see if we do hear from Mr. Golden as we work 23 to go now in this round number 1 of the Pro Cup Series. Once again, we want to thank y'all for joining us. This is the first race of the 4 Crown Jewel events that we'll have this year, which will include Auto Club, Rockingham, and Atlanta. Great to see them go back to Auto Club. I hate that racetrack will probably, well, it's probably not never going to, could have, you know, never say never, but they're probably never going to go back to Auto Club. Wouldn't you agree, Colton?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
So after here, folks, we will be heading next week on January 20th to Lanier. Kind of a different style race from the high banks to Daytona. We go to the short, excuse me, the flat short track of Lanier. Then we'll be headed to the Phoenix Road Course. Haven't seen that in a while. And then we'll head to the second Crown Jewel of the year at Auto Club. And headed out to Irwindale out on the West Coast. Then they're headed to Texas. Then they're headed to Nashville Fairgrounds, Rockingham, the third Crown Jewel. Then they're going to Kentucky. And unfortunate news about Kentucky, probably going to be sold for development. Heading to the short track at Concord. Myrtle Beach, out in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Going back to the old Atlanta, and then rounding it out at USA Speedway. Great looking schedule. Wouldn't you agree, Colton?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Looking at the schedule, it looks really great, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely glad to be a part of it. And why don't we tell you about our leader, Mr. Cliff Mullins? Cliff Mullins is a former four-banger Hornets driver, so he knows how to beat and bang on the short tracks, but doing a great job on these on the high banks here at Daytona, driving the Pinnacle Trailer Sales 44 Pontiac Grand Prix. Again, that throwback to Adam/Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty honored Adam after Adam's horrific crash that took his life at New Hampshire. And glad to see him in that paint scheme. Brent Cave is a super stock competitor and multi-time feature winner at Colorado National Speedway. So have some Colorado boys in here from, what would you say, the mountain region, you know? Wouldn't say the West Coast, but from the Rockies, so great to see those guys in here as well. But all right, folks, here we go. I believe we'll be getting the one to go.
Just to give you an update, we have our in-race reporter, Chris Golden, in here.
Chris Golden, you want to give us, this is Emmett and Colton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead, guys.
Well, tough break, man. You got involved in the last wreck, and then this one. How's the car? Are you going to be able to finish this race?
We were able to get it repaired. Going green this time. So we're gonna find out here just a couple laps, I'm willing to bet.
All right, well, good luck to you as the green flag does wave once again here at Daytona, sponsored by Leadfoot TV. Once again, Cliff Mullins getting the advantage as he's going to get a big shot from Rutherford. It'll take him a little bit to get up to speed now as Rutherford driving the Rocket City Trash Pandas machine, trying to get up to the back bumper of Cliff Mullins as they head out of 1 into 2.
As you see here, as we come out of 2, coming down the backstretch, Cliff Mullins out there getting a little bit of a lead, but he's got the 51 of Hobart on his tail, giving him that push, saying, come on, let's go. We want to take that lead. And they're just making way here on the inside, pulling a little bit away from Heath Rutherford here.
Austin Hobart moving into the number 2 spot over Heath Rutherford as Tristan Trantham's up there once again. Once again, Trantham, your Cactus Classic winner. Cactus Classic 125 winner, the first annual winner of that race, as Rutherford, last year's series champion. And you look at this, there's the Holiday Brawl champion, both duking it out. 2 former champions for the lead here at Daytona.
Yeah, looking at like some very unfortunate events as we come down the backstretch. Only seeing about half the field that started here in the beginning of the race. Some cars coming out, not being able to get repaired and not making the rest of the race. But these guys are still going to put on the show as we enter turn 4.
Tristan Trantham giving Heath Rutherford a big shot. Now he'll back up, trying to get a push from the 51 of Hobart. Hobart trying to get to the back bumper of Tristan Trantham. Can't do it as Trantham now on the back of Rutherford will push Rutherford to the lead as they hit the line. 19 to go. As here we go. Here comes Mullins as we see Hobart getting out of line just for a moment, but he'll get back into line as we see Austin Hobart shoot to the number 3 spot, trying to give Mullins a shot as they come down the backstretch. Sorry, Colton.
Oh, you're good there, Emmett. It's okay. We can get on a ramble and just take it in as we go. These guys are just putting it down, putting the laps down. As we see Mullins getting another push there from Hobart to push out to that lead.
Yeah, and Austin Hobart giving Mullins a shot as there's a little bit of trading paint between Rutherford and Mullins. Now Austin Hobart giving Mullins a big shot, trying to get him the lead as we go to the gyro cam right here. And we're looking for the big push right there. There's another big push from Hobart, trying to get Mullins as they come down the backstretch.
Taking a look here as we got these guys battling up front, left and right, trying to push out front to take that lead. Look at here, we got Chris Golden after that incident, got his car repaired, coming back up, moving into the 5th spot. Talking about Chris, the ARCA Menard Series driver for Club Racing and also a dirt competitor from Oklahoma.
Yeah, from Elk City, Oklahoma. Actually used to live up by there for just a split for a year in the big city of Willow, Oklahoma. Chris Golden will know what I'm talking about when I say the big city. As we see Cliff Mullins getting a big shot from Austin Hobart right here as Heath Rutherford coming to you, Colton.
Check it out. Travis Lapine is coming up behind Chris Golden. Going to try and lock in, make it a 4-car team here on the inside lane as they only got 2 cars on the outside. And Cliff Mullins going to take the lead back, pushing out there.
Yeah, as we take a look right here, Austin Hobart giving Mullins a big shot, putting him back out front. Now Golden goes to the bottom. Trantham trying to get to the back of Rutherford. And I'm trying to look, that 5-car is Dale Trantham Jr. So you get the father-son combination up on the high side, trying to get this momentum to go to push Mr. Heath Rutherford out to the lead.
Yeah, as I'm taking a look here at our timing, it looking like Dale Trantham Jr. 5 laps down, just trying to make it around these guys to go 4 laps down. Maybe another caution coming out. I'm sure he's hoping for it to get back on that lead lap. Oh
my gosh, Cliff Mullins goes up and over. Cliff Mullins, hard contact into the wall. And Dale Trantham also. I stepped away just for a second. My head turned to get a drink of water. And next thing I saw, Cliff Mullins was up and over. That'll bring out our Jordan Corn Racing caution flag for the 6th time tonight as we have 15 to go in this race. Let's take a look at the replay, Colton, and see what happened.
Yeah, I'm checking it out here right now. It's looking like another incident like Larson Parker. Heath Rutherford just moving down a little bit and catching Mullins right rear there and sending him up into the outside wall.
Yeah, just, oh my gosh. just right there. I think Mullins thought he was clear, but I mean, look at that car. That car does a cartwheel right there, goes over top of Heath Rutherford, collects Dale Trantham. Travis Lapanis avoids it. Look at him slamming on them brakes, locking up those front tires. And what a job by Lapanis. So with 15 to go, your leader's going to be Austin Hobart, Chris Golden in second. So we take another look right here. This at full speed. See what happened. Oh, yep, that's what happened right there. Oh, my gosh. What a hard lick for Cliff Mullins. Dale Trantham slaps the wall. Hard lick for Dale Trantham Jr. also on that driver's side. So here we go, folks. 15 laps to go. Austin Hobart's going to be your leader, followed by Chris Golden. Tristan Trantham in third. The Canadian, Travis Lapanis, in fourth. Fifth, as he hits pit road, is going to be Mr. Heath Rutherford. Actually, that'll move Bruce Pearson into fifth. Sixth is going to be Roy Sprague. Seventh will be Cliff Mullins. As I was looking to see if it did. Okay, there we go. I was making sure my live scoring was switching. And so forth as Cliff Mullins will move into the ninth spot, I believe. Take a look right there. Get the intervals up. Colton, what a crazy race this has been. How would you say, what would you say about this race?
Yeah, I will say, taking a look at the beginning here, I really didn't expect so many cautions, but seeing the horsepower these cars have and running at the speeds they are, yeah, and the bumpiness of the track, just taking a little bit of a tap there on the quarter panel. It's looking like these cars just get upset real quick, and it's hard for these drivers to be able to save it. So very unfortunate for a bunch of drivers here tonight getting involved in accidents. So I take a different standpoint than I started with in the beginning of the race here for the season opener, but I got to give credit. You know, these guys are still putting on one heck of a race here.
Yeah, as we take a look at Austin Hobart's driver stats for today, he was the pole sitter, and usually at Daytona, you know, the pole sitter doesn't go, you know, win the race as often as we have. I don't think I've ever seen a pole sitter win the 500. Have you?
Yeah, not that I have seen. It's definitely, especially with the layout of this track and everything, it's definitely hard to just be able to keep that position and stay up front there, as you got so many cars just bumping around and trying to move from bottom to top and top to bottom. So changing things up here, I mean, definitely give him props there for starting on the pole and getting back to the lead here.
Yeah, definitely. Great job for Austin Hobart. Rocking the Dale Jr. AC Delco throwback. Great looking car. Chris Golden driving the 86. It's Heroes for Hoses. I can't remember what it is.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
Hose for Heroes, yes. Okay, Hose for Heroes. So we do have that. Now we know. But great job by these guys. Tristan Trantham, again, the Cactus Classic 125 inaugural winner. And then you also got Travis Lapanis. Travis Lapanis, the dirt / asphalt multi-time winner in Canada. Doing a great job. Started currently fourth, excuse me. He started outside pole. He's been as high as first, as low as 13th. So doing a great job coming back up to the field and so forth. All right, Colton, let me ask you. There's 13 laps to go. Who you got winning this race?
I'll tell you what, with these lead changes, Emmett, I'm not totally sure what's going to happen here. But, of course, it might sound a little biased, but I'm going to go for my buddy and teammate in this series here with the GARS Tour, I'm going to go with Chris Golden, maybe able to pull off this win.
You know, I'm going to stick with I'll go with the Cactus Classic winner, Mr. Tristan Trantham. I think he's going to have the advantage. Has done a great job. He does have his dad up there to help him now, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets in the draft. But anyways, the Leadfoot TV green flag waving once again. Back underway with, let's see, how many laps? 12 laps to go here in the season opener for the GARS Pro Cup Series. I had a mouthful right there as Tristan Trantham using Travis Lepanis is going to shoot to the lead as they come into 2.
Wow, take a look at that. Chris Golden jumping down to the inside real quick behind Lepanis. He wants to make a move here to get back up to the front. Emmett, I do want to point out as we come to turn 3, the 51 of Hobart does have some front end damage here as he just gives the 59 of Trantham here a little bit of a push.
Yeah, trying to give Trantham a push. Now he'll leave Trantham out to dry as he shoots down behind Chris Golden. Golden behind Lepanis. Lepanis leads as we hit 11 to go this time at the stripe. And now Tristan Trantham ducks in line behind Hobart. So now Hobart giving Golden a shot after leaving Tristan Trantham out to dry as they come out of 1, coming into 2.
Take a look here, everybody. Coming to 10 laps to go when we come to the start-finish line. We got just a single file battle as you see Hobart jumping out to the outside. Trantham following in behind, trying to give that push, but maybe just, oh, there they go. They got the push. They might try and take this lead away from Lepanis.
Yeah, look right here as here comes Hobart. Hobart on the outside, getting the help from Trantham. Lepanis getting the push from Golden. 10 laps to go when we hit the stripe this time. Bruce Pearson just trying to find a way, trying to find a driver to go with. And Roy Sprague also there just waiting to see what happens as they come down the front stretch into 1. Here comes Lepanis. Lepanis taking the lead away as they go into 2.
Lepanis pulling out to the lead here with Chris Golden following in tow, trying to make the moves here as we are 10 laps to go. But Trantham saying, hey, we're still here as he pushes Hobart out to the lead as we come back into turn 3.
Going into 3, you see the bump cam right there. Tristan Trantham along, gives Austin Hobart a shot as Chris Golden pushing Travis Lepanis. As we hit the line this time, 9 laps to go. It's past time to dig, but here we go. Chris Golden giving Lepanis a big shot as they come into 1. It's going to be Lepanis with the advantage as they exit 1, coming into 2.
Coming out of turn 2 here, coming down the backstretch. Lepanis still out in the lead. Chris Golden following in tow, trying to keep the lead out here and move on up, trying to push out Hobart, but they just don't have it yet. But they're pushing out to a little bit of a lead, so maybe that damage on Hobart not helping out here.
Yeah, not helping out at all, and that's going to hurt the aerodynamics of that car as it looks like Tristan Trantham is trying to get to the back bumper of Hobart, trying to push him to the lead when they hit the line. 8 laps to go this time in this season opener race for the GARS Pro Cup Series. Here they come into 1. Travis Lepanis getting a big shot from Golden. Travis Lepanis with the advantage as they go into 2.
Chris Golden just keeping a push there, trying to get Lepanis out so maybe he could try and take the lead from Lepanis and give him a challenge here as we are 8 laps to go here at the Daytona Pro Cup 150. These guys are definitely putting it on each other, and they are not giving up and testing each other's skill here.
Lepanis shoots out now. He's got Golden behind him, but he's clear of the 51 of Austin Hobart. Hobart still trying to get a shot from Tristan Trantham. 7 to go this time at the line. But look at Lepanis, folks, getting a shot as they come down into turn number 1. Here comes Lepanis. He'll get the advantage with Golden. Not getting a shot as they come out at 1 into 2.
Wow, what a race here, Emmett. These guys just battling under a blanket with your top four here as we see Bruce Pearson trying to catch up and get into this mix. He wants to be a part of it. We got the 37 of Sprague here trying to add into the mix too. But here we go. We got Hobart back out into the lead as we come into turn 3.
Austin Hobart puts the 51 Chevy Monte Carlo AC Delco machine into the lead, but right away, here comes Travis Lepenis on the outside. Now getting help from Tristan Trantham. 6 laps to go as they hit the line. Now Lepenis shoots down to the inside. Now Pearson will try to get to the back of Trantham. They're trying to get the high side organized as Roy Sprague enters the picture as they come into 2.
I will say, Emmett, we're coming down the backstretch here, coming out of 2. A 3-car battle with Trantham on the outside, moving down behind Chris Golden, trying to find the air here to stick with him and make some moves. Chris Golden just trying to make a push on Hobart as Lepenis still leads him into turn 3.
Going into 3, coming into 4, it's going to be Lepenis, Hobart, Golden, and Trantham. When they hit the line, there'll be 5 laps to go, this time from the World Center of Racing. Here comes Hobart. Hobart trying to get an advantage, trying to get some help from Golden as they come down into turn number 1. They're single file from Lepenis to Hobart to Golden as now Tristan Trantham trying to get the high side going as they go into 2.
As you see Hobart just stepping out of line a little bit there, letting Golden come down on the inside, trying to catch up to Lepenis here as we're going to come down to 4 laps to go as we cross the start-finish line. As we come into turn 3, it is a 4-car battle again for this lead.
Travis Lepenis is going to put the 16 machine out front for the moment. Here they come. Hobart trying to get a big shot from Trantham as they come to the line. We have 4 laps to go in the Pro Cup 150 here at Daytona, the season opener of the GARS Pro Cup Series. Here they go side by side as they go into 1. Lepenis with the advantage. He'll try to get some help from Golden as they come into 2.
Emmett, a great battle here between these top 4 cars racing under a blanket. They're trying to push for everything they got here with 4 laps to go, trying to make them final moves. Austin Hobart back out to the lead with Trantham behind him. Lepenis coming back to the inside, trying to take that lead back as we enter turn 3.
Yeah, now we see a little contact as Lepenis, as look at this, Chris Golden! Chris Golden's going to shoot to the inside! Chris Golden goes to the lead as they come out of the tri-oval, hits the line, 3 to go this time by. Going into 1, Golden with the advantage. Now look at this, Lepenis on the outside, trying to get help from Austin Hobart. Hobart trying to give Lepenis the advantage. They're side by side going into 2.
Wow, what a race here, Emmett. And I will say, for my teammate here at Golden Racing, we're coming in looking great here for the season opener at the Daytona Pro Cup 150. But you got Lepenis and Hobart back out pushing for that lead, and Chris Golden still on that inside.
Lepenis goes back to the front as Chris Golden shoots to the number 2 spot. Now Golden, what a block thrown by Lepenis. Now Golden, he cut off all of Chris Golden's momentum. There'll be 2 laps to go when they hit the line. Travis Lepenis out front. Lepenis with the advantage as they go into 1. Lepenis, now they'll go single file as Golden is trying to push Lepenis around, trying to get through 1. Now they're coming into 2.
As we come out of 2, coming down the backstretch, you got Lepenis leading. Chris Golden just trying to reel him back in. Say, hey, buddy, I'm still here. We're going to keep this lead. But you got Trantham on the outside challenging Golden for the 2nd place spot as we come into turn 3.
Coming into 3, now coming out of 3 into 4. It's going to be Tristan Trantham using the outside and Austin Hobart to get the advantage for the moment. Here we go. When we hit the line, there'll be 1 lap to go. Coming into the tri-oval. There it is, the white flag, sponsored by no one. Sponsored by Oval Burner Speed Shop. Colton, take them through the backstretch for the final time.
As we come for our final time, coming out of turn 2, coming down the backstretch, Lepenis out to the lead. You got Trantham in 2nd with Hobart pushing behind him. Chris Golden there as they pass a lap car, almost an incident there. These guys are going to push coming into turn 3, and they're going to try and push for this last battle as we enter turn 3 for the last time.
Here we go, folks, coming into 3 and 4. Oh, there they go. It's going to be Trantham going around. Lapinus has the lead. No caution. We're going to finish this thing under green. It's going to be the Canadian. Travis Lapinus wins the season opener at Daytona. Chris Golden second. Third's going to be Austin Hobart. Fourth, Bruce Pearson. Fifth, Roy Sprague. Tristan Trantham will finish sixth. Seventh is going to be Chris Norris. Eighth, Heath Rutherford. Ninth, Jordan Corn. And 10th, Dale Trantham. What a race, Colton.
Yeah, what a race here. I will agree with you there. This is just a wild race. The viewers at home getting such a show. Give a shout out for your winner here, Travis Lapinus. Teammate Chris Golden rolling up second for the season opener. These guys just put on a great show here.
Yeah, as we take a look at our results, Travis Lapinus is going to be your winner, followed by Chris Golden. Third is going to be Austin Hobart. Fourth, Bruce Pearson. Fifth, Roy Sprague. Sixth, Tristan Trantham. Seventh, Chris Norris. Eighth, Heath Rutherford. Ninth, Jordan Corn. 10th, Dale Trantham Jr.
And 11th, we have the 11 car of Stephen Gary. 12th, Cliff Mullins. 13th, Brent Cave. 14th, Larson Parker. 15th, Brandon Vies. 16th, Logan McNitt. 17th, Rob Donaldson. 18th, Tripley Winkler. And 19th, Tim Trowbridge. And rounding out your top 20 in the field here tonight, it is James Daring.
So as we take a look as Travis Lapinus is burning it down, let's just listen in to this incredible celebration. All right, folks, so we're going to step away. We'll be right back for your post-race coverage only on Leadfoot TV. Back here live at Daytona International Speedway, where we just wrapped up the Pro Cup 150 and the season opener of the GARS Pro Cup Series. And Colton Briner is standing by on pit road with your third place finisher, Mr. Austin Hobart.
Thank you, Emmett. Standing down here on pit road with our third place finisher tonight, Austin Hobart. Want to thank you for welcoming me in here. This is my only second time announcing here with the GARS Tour. Really happy to start out the season opener here for the Daytona Pro Cup 150. Take us back through that race, as what a wild race it was. Great racing, side by side, and definitely quite the ending. Take us back through your thoughts through this race.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect, honestly. First couple laps, just feeling it out, and then we had a technical issue, so that was fun to go through. I had to reboot the PC, but yeah, drove back to the field, got my lap back on track, so that was something, and came out third in the end.
So definitely, what a wild night for you there, getting your lap back, getting back on pace. The last few laps there from the last caution, coming to the checkered flag, we did take notice you had some front end damage on your car. Did that affect you at all?
Uh, I didn't have it in my head that it was going to affect me, but on track, looking back, it probably did in the draft. I couldn't get up to the car in front of me like I wanted to, but in the end, it didn't matter. So
Well, I will say, what a great run here to come up. You started pole, ended up back in third at the end of the race here, but just quite the race at the end there, putting on a good show here. Is there anybody you'd like to thank out there?
uh, just gotta thank God and all the fans watching.
All right, everybody. That was your third place finisher tonight here at the Daytona Pro Cup 150. I will send the microphone back over to Emmett Crow.
Thank you, Colton. And we have caught up right here on pit road, ladies and gentlemen, with your runner-up finisher, Mr. Chris Golden. Chris, man, we were talking about it. How do you build on this second place finish going forward?
Oh, dadgummit, man, I wanted that one bad. You get most people know that this is kind of my bread and butter. I love these big super speedway tracks. I love the draft. I love everything about it, and it's one of the things I'm the best at. And it was a lot of fun, but dadgummit, I wanted that one bad. It kind of felt like it was taken away from us there at the end, going on the back straightaway on the white flag. Because we had a plan set up coming out of 4, and it was kind of taken away from us by something we're going to discuss. Uh, I'll tell you what, y'all might want to bring a camera and microphone over into the Discord later on, be a fly on the wall, because it's going to be some entertaining TV. I tell you what.
All right. Well, yeah, talk about great run for you in Golden Racing. I know your co-driver slash spotter was over here doing backflips, hooping and hollering, hoping that you're going to win that race. How do you build on this going forward as we shift our momentum to Lanier next week?
Oh man, I love Lanier. I'm hoping Colton, my teammate there, will actually be joining me next week. I hope I'll be here next week as well. Lanier is going to be a great track. It's going to be tight. It's almost like night and day from where we just were to where we're going, because they're so big, so fast, so much room. Going down to little bitty Lanier that's so technical, so tight, and where you can lose so much ground just as fast as you can here, but a completely type of ground. It's a really cool, diverse schedule that we have here, and I'm excited for it because the schedule, these cars fit me really well. I mean, I ran these quite a bit before we started running the new ARCA cars when iRacing had those, so I'm very familiar with these cars. And this is going to be an awesome year, man. I'm pumped.
All right. Well, before we let you go, Is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
Definitely Hunter Carlson for doing my raps. The guys over at LFRL. The hose for heroes. Always got to thank the hose for the guys overseas that come over and they ain't got no hose here. We hook them up with some hose, get them comfortable, and of course definitely Landon and Tracy, keeping it juicy there on the back bumper. They are always ready to rock and roll on the mic and in the broadcast booth and everywhere else. They are all about keeping it juicy. But other than that, man, just appreciate GARS and everybody else in here that raced everything clean and run it everything to the cuff pretty close. It was a pretty good night.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week at Lanier.
For sure, brother.
All right. So now we're going to run up to Victory Lane, and that's where we're going to find the Canadian, Mr. Travis Lepanus. Man, talk about a great race. How does it feel to be a winner here at Daytona?
Yeah, gosh, I mean, we got it done. I'm not necessarily the best drafter or super speedway driver, and I probably don't like them that much either. Thought history was repeating itself early, but we stayed patient, got in, got the damage repaired. Yeah, crew got me out there. Car was good at the end to at least give me that shot.
So with this win in the season opener, how do you move forward in this momentum as the season goes along?
Well, we start getting into the stuff that I enjoy. Lanier, a bunch of the short tracks on this schedule excite me. That's more my wheelhouse than these. So even surviving a top 10 would have been a win today. So, but we got a win for a win there. So,
All right. Well, before we let you go, is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
yeah, Steel Graphics and Designs for doing all my wraps. Old Town Pizza, all JT Motorsports for all their help. Might as well go camp out at Lanier. So we got LFRL on the Sunday, and then we got GARS on the Tuesday. It's going to be a good week.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good week. I'll see you out there. But congratulations once again on the win. Go celebrate, and we'll see you at Lanier.
See you next week.
All right. That was your race winner once again, fans, Mr. Travis Lepanus, as we look at the unofficial results coming on your screen. Colton, your final thoughts before we get out of here.
I'll tell you what, it was a joy being here next to you, Emmett, with our producer, Landon Brown, starting off his first night producing. What a great job he did there. Definitely loved it here watching the GARS tour. Going to be joining in the car here soon. So what a treat this was to see just some awesome racing here tonight.
All right. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you in the car and having Chris Golden up here helping me out as my co-announcer. But for my co-announcer, Mr. Colton Bronner, for our producer, Mr. Landon Brown, I'm Emmett Crows saying you've been watching the GARS Pro Cup Series only on LeadFit TV. Have a good night, everybody.